Welcome to part 2 of our video series on academic reinstatement. Okay, so let's say you've taken care of all the stuff on the checklist we talked about in part 1. Now what? In this video, we'll go over the next steps in the reinstatement process. First, we'll talk about preparing for your reinstatement appointment. We covered some of this in the last video, but there's a little more explanation here. Then, we'll go over what happens during your appointment. And finally, we'll review what happens after your appointment. So let's talk about getting ready for your reinstatement appointment. A few days after your petition is submitted, and assuming all of your holds are cleared, you'll receive a call from the Academic, Career, and Exploratory Studies Office, otherwise known as ACES, to schedule a time for your reinstatement appointment. That appointment can take a few different forms, depending on your circumstances. If at all possible, come to your appointment in person on campus. It's your best opportunity to state your case in person. If you are unable to come to our office in person, your appointment will take place over the phone. If this is your first suspension and you have been away from UW for at least one spring or fall semester, you will likely have a one-on-one meeting with one of our academic advising professionals. If you have had multiple suspensions or are seeking immediate reinstatement, your appointment will take place with a panel of 3 of our advisors and a moderator. The panel will vote to either approve or deny your reinstatement. But before you even get to your appointment, and we'll talk about what happens there, you need to take care of a few things. Your reinstatement appointment is your opportunity to present your case for why you should re-enter the university as a student. You should be aware that there are certain conditions for reinstatement. First of all, within the petition and at your appointment, you will be required to articulate a plan for academic success. What resources will you take advantage of at UW? How will your approach to attending classes, completing assignments, and studying for exams differ from your previous strategies when you return? What aspects of your personal life that may have interfered with your academic success will change, and how? During your appointment, you will be asked detailed questions about your plan to succeed should you be reinstated. Be ready to answer these questions in detail and provide examples. Simply saying, "I need to try harder this time," does not make a compelling case for returning. Second, the advisor or committee you see will want to know that you've taken the initiative to put together a class schedule for the upcoming semester. Use the class schedules link in the online university catalog to put together a plan. Being prepared with a coursework plan will show that not only are you willing to change behaviors to succeed, but you're already making academic plans for the semester. Finally, if you are seeking immediate reinstatement, and although this was covered in the Part 1 video, it's important enough to repeat. Your petition must be supplemented with documentation of extenuating conditions that resulted in your suspension, such as medical records, a copy of a death certificate, letters, things of that sort. Those documents can either be emailed to aces@uwyo.edu prior to your appointment, or you can bring them to the appointment. In either case, an immediate reinstatement will not be considered without documentary evidence of extenuating circumstances. Okay, now you're prepared for your appointment. Our office has called you, and the day and time has arrived. Here's what happens during an appointment. If you are coming to our office, we're located in Knight Hall, room 222. When you enter the main office, you'll sign into our scheduling system and take a seat in our lobby. If you are calling in, the procedure remains essentially the same except over the phone. If you have a one-on-one meeting with an advisor, that person will come to the lobby and take you back to her or his office. The two of you will have a private conversation where you will state your case for reinstatement, and the advisor will make a decision. If you are meeting with a committee, the moderator will come to the lobby and explain the committee procedure. After the moderator assembles the panel, you will be brought into the room, state your case, answer the panel members' questions, and then wait in the lobby while the panel deliberates and votes on your reinstatement. After the panel votes, the moderator will take you back to her or his office and explain the panel's decision. So, that's your appointment. What happens after a decision is made? If your reinstatement is approved by either an advisor or the committee, you will then have an advising session with either the single advisor you met with, or, in the case of a committee appointment, usually with one of the committee members. During that advising session, you will work with your advisor to complete a reinstatement contract and discuss a possible class schedule. The conditions of your reinstatement will be outlined in the contract and may include stipulations such as number of credit hours you will be limited to, or specific classes you must repeat or enroll in during the coming semester. You will also agree to other conditions, such as attaining a minimum GPA of 2.0 for the coming semester and arranging regular meetings with your advisor to touch base. Both you and your advisor will sign the contract, and it will be placed in your advising file. The reinstatement contract is proof that you have agreed to certain conditions to return to UW. If you find yourself suspended again and apply for reinstatement, this contract will be reviewed during the reinstatement process. If you have not upheld your commitments as stated in your contract, a subsequent reinstatement may be in jeopardy. Once the contract is signed, your UW email access will be restored within a few days, and you will be ready to register for classes. If your reinstatement is denied, you will have an opportunity to petition again when the reinstatement period opens during the following semester. The reinstatement period usually reopens 10 to 14 days after the next semester's classes begin. In the case of denial, there is also an additional appeals process. You can ask your advisor for more details about all of those options. So there you go. Now you know how to prepare for your reinstatement appointment and what will happen during and after it. Good luck, and we look forward to seeing you.